Hi, Chrissy. Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Brenda.
Thank you for being here. I'm so excited to be doing this with you. So let's start with a couple of questions. What is your business and how do you serve your customers?
So, my business is Christie Legal, and I help folks divorce and handle child custody cases in a way that saves them tens of thousands of dollars and at least 6 months in the court process.
Wow.
And I've been doing this work for 12 years. How I serve my clients is I work with both parties and I help them first. I give them information about how divorce and child custody cases work. I answer their questions, and then I help them reach agreements on all of the issues of the divorce and child custody case. And then I write their court documents, and then I prepare them for the court process, which is very, very short. Folks who don't have joint minor children don't even have a court hearing.
Okay.
And then the ones who I do have joint minor children have a 10-minute court hearing that occurs on Microsoft Teams, and then they're divorced.
Oh. So is this like lawyer or attorney services?
I am a paralegal and a mediator.
Okay.
And I apologize if I didn't say that.
No, that's okay.
And yes, and so I do not represent people. I do not advocate for either person, and I do not, appear in court for my clients.
So you're like very neutral.
I am absolutely neutral.
Yeah. Been married for 20 years. I'm sure how important that would be for, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. That's amazing that you do that. It's already a very difficult process for people, for families, and just offering your advice and just your wisdom, I'm sure it's so very helpful and makes things easier than.
Yes, divorce is the worst thing that most people will go through. And, honestly, lawyering up and battling it out is only going to make it worse. It's going to make it take longer. And most people like to be in a horrible situation for less time.
Oh, yes, I agree. So give us one piece of inspiration that drives you or that can benefit others or other people that you serve.
Well, divorcing is, again, probably the worst thing that most people will go through. However, staying in a terrible marriage will cause you mental health issues, physical health issues. It is not good for the children. I grew up in a home where my parents should have divorced for a variety of reasons. And it was not good for the children, I can say from firsthand experience. So after you divorce, you can, figure out where you went wrong, get counseling or life coaching, something like that, and figure out where you went wrong and figure out, how to do better the next time you choose a partner. And also, figure out like if maybe there were things about yourself that you weren't able to do when you were married. Get back in touch with those things.
Introspection, right? Some introspection.
Absolutely. And unexamined life is the life that's not worth living. I forgot who said that.
I've heard it, but I don't remember that author either. And I can definitely had that same experience. Getting a little personal here, I also had that same experience too. My parents, I feel like when they decided at the time that I was 15 to divorce, it was probably like finally. And and it's sad that I had that feeling too, that people continue in relationships where it's not good for anyone. And they're doing it for the children. But I do tell people, children know.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing that. So what's one moment in your journey that changed everything? You mentioned a little bit about, your personal experience and why you're doing this. Is there like a particular moment that you remember that just kind of changed?
Well, I initially started in family law, working under attorneys, and I was kind of like, ew, family law, and because it's just not pleasant. And But then after working in it for a year or so, I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually right where I belong. Because initially I had wanted to be a prosecuting attorney to help victims of domestic abuse. And for a variety of reasons, I ended up not going to law school.
Okay.
And so now I can help folks get out of domestic abuse situations in a different way. And so honestly, I love my job.
Oh, well, thank you so much for doing that, because I can see the passion and the space that you can hold for other people, and that's just amazing. So,
Thank you.
what is one belief or lesson you wish more people knew?
Well, I guess that the only constant in life is change. And, change sometimes feels really hard at first. But with most changes, at least something good can come out of it. And with a lot of changes, a lot of good can come out of it.
Yes. Thank you. I agree with you on that. Sometimes change can be difficult, Sometimes, good does come out of any change that happens. So what's one quirky habit or superstition you have that helps you in your business?
I guess not a quirky habit, but I have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder.
Okay.
But it means that I create really high quality work because I really obsess over the details.
It doesn't always have to be negative, right? Like what people see or what people know about it, like the cleaning, the substance, it can actually help you do better in what you do. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about what you do and who you are, and I appreciate you.
Hey, it's Will with the Podcast Crew team. Spotlight is a vidcast shot at the Podcast Crew Studios in Minneapolis. We would love for you to be our guest. Email us at the email address on your screen below to get a copy of the upcoming schedule. It's free, it's easy, and it's a great way to try out a podcast or a vidcast with our pro team. We do an in-person, in-studio version if you're in the Twin Cities area, and also an online version if you're somewhere else. We'd love to have you, hear your story, and help you start your podcast journey. Thanks. Get in touch today.